Recording in progress. Okay, let me find my face here. Find my face.
We are live. It says we're preparing. We're live. We did it.
We're ready. Good morning. From beyond the looking glass, down the hole, through the hills, over the mountains to Grandma's house we came from, and our Grandma's house. And everybody says Grandma now. You can't have a grandma, you have a Grandma. So the Grandma's house, live from the Northwest, we bring you the LB Hour, affectionately known as the
Pound Hour.
I'm the pound, he's the hour. No, I'm the L in that equation, and he's the B. And we're coming from the Northwest Washington, actually, somewhere hidden in from Longview to Kelso, the Planned City, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm the Planned City, and you are, what is it, Little Chicago?
We are Little Chicago, and we're proud of it. Some people aren't, but I am.
I think it's because they all carry little Tommy guns, right?
Yeah, we need a Little Chicago musical. Remember that musical Chicago? We should do Little Chicago. Have some.
You should. That'd be great. There's a lot of prostitutes. Just kidding.
Well, we had
funny.
We had bootleggers and prostitutes. It was an
yes, that was kind of a
thriving town. It was a thriving logging town.
Well, yeah, and they had. I do believe it was in the record book somewhere. You had 17 brothels at one time, working brothels at one time.
Yeah, 17 that were in the Chamber of Commerce, but there were probably 28.
Right? Yeah. No, that's just hilarious. But
Chamber of Commerce meetings were a lot more fun back then.
Oh, I'm certain. The Monticello Hotel here, which I remember R.A. Long didn't allow people from this area to go over to Kelso because it was such a adverse place to be from, right?
The bad boys.
The bad boys. Well, there you go. And that's why in particular, you guys end up being tougher than the Longview guys, I think, in particular.
Well, just the reputation. So we were the bad boys. So that helped Kelso guys get Longview girls because we were the bad boys. So we thank R.A. Long every year.
Yeah, I bet. That's how I was born. My dad was a bad guy, but was a Kelso guy.
Yeah, he was a ruffian.
And my mom was Mark Morris, actually.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, they met at a high school dance, I do believe, if I remember correctly.
Early Mark Morris.
Early Mark Morris, yes.
Yeah, so it came out in 58, I think.
Yeah, and so it would have been. Yeah, my mom was made. My mom was made in China. No, my mom was made.
How much younger was your mom than your dad?
3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah. So she was probably 64, class 63, maybe. 64.
Oh, yeah, 63. She didn't graduate, oddly enough. My mom was so ashamed of that for so many years that she didn't graduate. But she had like 5 degrees and different things. It's crazy.
Yeah, she figured it out.
But she went with my dad and joined him. They moved down to, he got married and moved down to San Francisco, I do believe. That's where there's a Marine base down there.
Oh, wow.
Is it San Francisco? What's down? There's a Marine base down by there anyway. And that's where they're from.
I'm not sure on all that. I'd be honest with you. There are things down there, though. A lot of stuff. Yeah. There's the Presidio. I don't know much about that.
Nor do I. I've seen the movie, though.
Yeah.
Mark. That's one of Mark's favorite first movies. Mark, what's his name? I remember, but he's the main guy, right?
Presidio. I thought it had
Sean
Connery and Mark Harmon. Yeah, great.
Mark Harmon.
Great Mark Harmon.
The great Mark Harmon. That's right.
His father was an All-American football player, and when I was a kid, he would advertise for cereal. Tom Harmon, and Mark would be a little kid.
Really? Well, that's interesting because it's funny how Hollywood, you follow in your parents' footsteps, apparently.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know, Bruce Jenner made it, and then all of a sudden, his children have made it. I'm waiting for them to start adding on additions to their bodies. That'd be kind of interesting.
Well, they might have grandkids start being on the show.
Sure. I mean, you know what? And I don't know. I'll tell you, folks, I'm not opposed to much anything. I'm opposed to ruining you. not your body, not your whatever, but you. I believe that Bruce Jenner ruined himself years ago by becoming one of America's number one of anything. He became the number one athlete of America, and that spotlight just turned him into a starlight of some sort. I have to be in front of the camera at all times.
Yeah, because
And
the title of world's greatest athlete, that's pretty heavy.
yeah, that's
That's
what it
heavy.
said, wasn't it? It was
That's
world's greatest
pretty
athlete.
heavy.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And so he was the world's greatest anything, and it was like all of a sudden that shine started to go down. So then he had to get married, and he had some children. They ended up having a TV show, whatever that one was, what it's called, Meet the Jenners or Meet the whoever it is.
Oh,
But
Meet
it's
the
like
Kardashians.
Kardashians, yeah. And I'm not even sure how that one works. I'm not sure the relationship on that whole thing, but he became the Kardashians, and he became the Kardashians' father, and then he became the Kardashians' mother because they're running out of things, ideas to put on this TV show. It's just one thing after another, and now that he is who he's decided to become, what's her name now? I don't know.
Kim Kardashian?
No, what is his name now? Jenner. It's
Oh, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. Okay, so to Caitlyn Jenner, great. You have succeeded in this and that, and decide that you're going to come out as a female, which is great. If you want to do you. So I don't care. But then now he's going to be he wants to run for governor. I mean, come on. It's like, how much spotlight does one person need?
Well, he had a real deep driving need to be this guy right here. I'll show you who he really wanted to be. He wanted to be Nanu from The World's Greatest Athlete. That was a movie back at that.
Oh, I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Nanu.
Oh, I want to watch that now. I have not seen that.
Yeah, he was the greatest of all time.
Wow. What's it called? It's called The World's Greatest Athlete?
Yeah, and they brought him in from Africa. He had a tiger. He was like a
Tarzan. And he was a white guy? That's funny.
He was blonde as hell. He looked good, though. He was Jan Michael Vincent, and everybody was looking up to him at that time. And then
I forgot about that movie, dude.
Yeah.
Now I got to go back and revisit that one. Nanu. That's right. The World's Greatest Athlete. Oh, that's awesome. He was
that's how he learned how to pole vault on
yeah,
swinging on vines.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I forgot about Nanu. We're gonna have to watch that one. I'm gonna give you back I will
that's
do
a critic. One.
We will critique it later on. And it's funny because
that's classic Disney, just classic.
Well, I wonder if it's actually available for watching, because it wouldn't surprise me if because it's kind of probably racist, I bet you. I mean, in nowadays with cancel culture, it may not be able to be found. It's kind of like trying to find the song of the South. It's not easily acceptable.
Yeah.
Radio.
Well, I'm trying to get Stageworks to do a remake of it as a live play, so that'll be good.
Song of the South?
No, World's Greatest Athlete. But we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it, make it political, and it's about one of our local figures. It's gonna be called World's Biggest Asshole. But it's in the works.
World's Greatest, yeah. It should be World's Greatest Asshole at that. I'm not sure who that would be, but you can tell me later.
That's the beauty of it. You fill in your own guy. You may have somebody you don't like. I pretty much like all the local figures, even though I don't agree with them all the time.
Well, I don't like all the local figures, but I like a lot of them.
Yeah, I'd say most.
Ladies. I'm just kidding. No.
I enjoy the different characters involved in politics overall.
Oh, those figures, yeah, most definitely. I enjoy people who get involved, plain and simple.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't agree with everything you say,
nah,
but I agree with you getting involved. And if you my whole philosophy has always been, never just throw. You can't change the path of the river by yelling at it. You can't just scream at it and say, go the other directions. No, you have to jump in the freaking water, and you've got to help change that flow slowly, because when you're in the river, you learn about it while you're in there. And you can't change a stream by just yelling at it. That's all I know. I mean, because people historically, my whole life, people want to criticize others and say, hey, you do this and you do that. I'm like, heck with you, freaking you. If you want to change something, get inside there and fix it yourself. I mean, help,
There you go.
help the problem.
Well, there's
Or
the reason there's so
help the
much
fix.
criticism and lying in the world is they're easy. Those
Oh,
are
I
two of
know.
the easiest things to do. That brings up a point. I got to go. I need to go to the local council meeting, the coastal council, and address what we should do as citizens about the graffiti on the back of stop signs, because it kind of gives the neighborhood a rougher feel, and it leads to more vandalism.
I talked to a gentleman. I forget who I talked to and whatnot. The moment my brain has slipped a second, but I met with somebody who does that, and they said that they can help you get it in there real quick and get it fixed. So yeah,
I
just
just want
last
to
week.
get permission from the city so they don't think we're doing something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's important, but that's one of the things about me is that people always want to get me involved in things. They like me to put their name behind something, or join a nonprofit or whoever it is. And the thing is, you don't want me to join your group unless you want to change, because I'm assuming if you asking me to join it, that means that there is a problem, and
Or
it needs to be
they might
fixed.
just need more people.
Yeah, but I'm not that person. I'm not just an empty chair, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not a rubber stamper, and I'm not an empty chair. So I will be active in whatever you put me into. I'm assuming in particular you.
Yeah, but you're not just a contrarian who's there to say.
Oh, I'm not there for contrary. No, I'm
No.
not, definitely not that. But I mean, usually I'm going to get involved. I'm not going to just go there and say, oh, I'm part of this. Bonnie Knowles, put a name on something. Not me. It's one of those. If I'm going to go, I'm going to dedicate a little bit of time in my life and if I can see I can make it better. If I can make it better, great. If I can't, then I won't. But I mean, I'm lucky on everything I do, it seems like. So LCK is my initials, by the way, not just LCK being luck. That's why I go by the luck. I like the black clover hats. People, different colors.
My initials are EBC. That's why people always called me EB Cooper growing up.
EB Cooper.
I had the fascination when I was 12 when it first happened with DB Cooper. I thought this guy's good. This guy is good.
Quite the interesting dude for sure. Whoever he is.
Not even his name.
we know nothing.
We don't even know his real name.
No, and matter of fact, he can go along with that paranormal program we'll put together here somewhere in the Northwest, because he's well known, but he's
well, there's very little proof he actually existed other than 3 or 4 people, because the passengers, a lot of them didn't notice him.
Yeah, my grandpa, oddly enough, happened to be there around the same time, and we had an extra $200,000 in our bank account. But other than that, no, we don't know anything about it. It's a family secret, I guess, right?
Well, my brother Bruce was hired back in the late 70s by a guy that dressed as Santa Claus and looked like a bum around here, but it turned out he had money, and he paid him $300 to scuba dive in Merwin looking for Cooper.
Really?
Yeah. So my brother had a fascination too, but he was actually a paid Cooper investigator at that point.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I think that DB Cooper is, I think he's a fictitious person, and that everybody on the plane just stole the money and had a drink and, decided to shut the doors. And
yeah, I think there were 4 people, only 4 other people on the plane.
Exactly. Well, hey, Mr. Man, I am the guy with all the questions. So, I have the billion questions. I don't know why in particular, ladies and gentlemen, but I have a billion questions that I can ask you. I'm going to do that. Feel free to sit back and try to answer these questions yourself, because they're usually about nothing big. But I would love to hear it. Feel free to write it in there in the little, and besides, before you like it, welcome to put that in the, and put your answer to the riddles down below and type it in if you'd like, because we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to do that every time.
Yeah, definitely comment. And then on Friday Night Live, we want you commenting, and we'll try to read.
Yeah, we had lots of comments on last Friday.
Yeah, oh gosh, people were loving those guys.
Yeah, we had people from Seattle to Portland commenting on everything. So we appreciate that a lot. It was a great show, by the way. We had a great blues band and the great Luana. See, look at that. I said it right, Luana. Luana Gratzer. And
that blues band, those two blues guys, they were reminiscent of something from like the South or something. Like they'd come from another time. They were really good.
Yeah, they boom, 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 boom,
Jeez,
boom, boom.
that harmonica guy. Wow. And
yeah, you know what? I had a harmonica. I might be over at your house.
I've got two. I
know.
Use one.
I think, yeah. I'd like to try one. You never know.
Well,
maybe I could learn
out
to do
there,
it.
I want to let everybody know if you want a harmonica or tambourine or whatever, head on down to Pets, Ponds, and Instruments. That guy has deals on great musical instruments. It's not a paid sponsorship. It's just that's where I go to
get a friend of ours. There you go.
Ukulele. If you want a ukulele, get in there.
Well, but hey, as far as questions go, let's get to these questions today because I have a couple of important ones for you, Brian. This is mine from this morning, and from the deep trenches of my mind, I'll bring you some other ones later on, but these ones are for me. So it is, what is your favorite cleaning product?
Oh, I like Ajax. It's classic.
Do you?
Ajax, yeah, better than Comet.
Actually, I used to love Comet when I was a kid. And I don't know why I hate it, but it was green. And my mom would say, "Go Comet the bathtub." I just scrubbed that.
Did you know the
bathtub for half an hour?
Did you know the Comet song?
Comet. So I remember the girl from Grease singing it.
Comet makes your mouth turn green. Comet tastes like gasoline. Comet makes you vomit. So drink Comet and vomit today.
I know I hadn't heard that song. I remember the girl from Grease going. Remember that? She's doing makeup or something.
Yeah, I think it's Eat Comet, but still, yeah, it was about. So back then we were getting into disinfectants for curing flu and colds.
That's right. That's right. It's not what it was. I hope everybody in my world is safe and sickness free, because right now I know that I was in Arizona for a week, and when I did that, I went from the elevation changed drastically, and I was golfing for 105 degrees. Then I was air conditioned for a day or two, and that was like 30 degrees, it seemed like. And then, by the way, it really messes with my sinuses and so forth. And so I came back with a head cold for my first summer cold. I usually get about one summer cold each year, and in the very beginning, and that's what happened. It kind of brought that on. But in turn, I think I passed that on to my daughter. And this morning she came downstairs, she's got a head cold. And my friend over in Kelso, near you, apparently I passed that on because those germs spread when you like to orally speak a lot.
I hope it's just a cold.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is. Mine's gone now. But shooting yourself in the head right now is not good.
Well, it's not a good time to be coughing and sniffling.
Yeah, it's not a good time. But summer,
bad era.
Yeah, exactly. But I think I can tell the difference between a cold and COVID. But you got to go through this stuff in life. Sometimes it's horrible. But anyways, your favorite cleaning product is Ajax. Well, I think Ajax is cool. I never really used Ajax. I did use the Comet. Like I said, my mom was a big Comet fan. Our house was very sanitary. It may have had stuff laying around, not that much actually. Usually, the house was full of people constantly. So when it had 100 kids in there, you'd think it'd be dirty, but it was just
messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, Ajax was Ajax laundry detergent is stronger than dirt. That was a big thing. Stronger than dirt.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and that was the song was done by The Doors. Remember that?
Not really.
Okay, in one of the Doors' songs, it says like Ajax stronger than dirt. It ends with that.
Really?
Stronger than yeah. It's one of the songs that says it ends in the Ajax theme. That's funny. Stronger than dirt. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That had an influence on him too.
It did. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, so that's in there. And no, my favorite cleaning product, by the way, is I don't know why. I thought it seems like it's brand new, but it's not. I've been it on my whole life pretty much. Simple Green. I remember it seemed like my dad when I was a kid. My dad had to buy that stuff off the back of a truck somewhere, like you couldn't really buy it from somewhere. It's like a secret thing, kind of like buying not Avon, but what's the other stuff? Amway stuff. Was this Simple Green, and Simple Green is botanically correct, not politically, but botanically correct, and it smells wonderful, and apparently it just works great. It really does. I spray it on something and it goes away. I mean, you gotta do a little little elbow grease, but other than that, I think that Simple Green is it. There's Simple Orange too out there, which is in a great smell itself.
Yeah.
But I'm just a Simple Green fan. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your favorite cleaning product? I mean, I know my niece right now, she likes to come and clean my place sometimes, and because she was just pregnant and I had a child, she wants to make sure that everything is very, very acceptable to what she's putting into her body. And so she'll put together a concoction of vinegar and basically vinegar and like dish soap and salt. I don't know. That's for blackberries. That's right. But it's like vinegar and some other stuff. And the house smells like vinegar for a day or two, but man, it cleans it all pretty well. I think that's just the way to go nowadays. People are realizing that we're doing more harm to the world than we are good. So, but yeah, so my favorite is the Simple Green. So that was one of the questions for the day. Second
Not
question.
a bad question. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Well, second question of the day is, I want to hear 3 spots in this world. No, let me rephrase that. 3 spots in the United States that you want to travel to that you have not traveled before. So what are those 3 spots that you want to go to? Let's just say whatever. After the pandemic.
I'd like to go to Mount Rushmore. Actually, would be cool. In South Dakota, I believe, where Cary Grant had to climb down that face of that the president.
Yeah. What movie was that? That was
North by Northwest.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, so if you have not seen North by Northwest, it is a 1945. No, what year is that? 60? You think?
59, I think.
59. Okay, so it's one of the older movies. I think it actually got Oscar actually for being one of the best films ever. But North by Northwest, it's a great film. It's an older one, but just because old doesn't make it bad. It is a great movie. So
really North cool, really great seduction scenes between the gal and him, because he didn't know if she was a spy or not.
Yeah, no, it's just a neat film. Not too many films are like that nowadays that are that good. It's like that movie Citizen Kane. I had heard about it for so many years, and I thought I'd watched it, but then I had to watch it again about 6 months ago or so. And Citizen Kane is supposedly the best film ever of all time. And after I watched it, I realized it was like not 100%, but it was 99.9% all through there. It was good. There's nothing bad on it whatsoever. The movie's it's just a good freaking movie.
Yeah.
And they did a good job on that one. And Orson Welles, good guy at the time. He was an amazing guy, and the one word that he actually recalls, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, that screenplay is listed as one of the greatest of all times. In fact, the screenplay book that I read, the guy talks about that.
Really?
It gets you interested right from the beginning. You're like, what? Why would he say that? Right.
Yeah. See, and there you go. I had to watch that thing again because I know I'd seen it probably not many years ago as a child, but as an adult, you have to watch some of these older films, and that's a good one,
Yeah.
And we're talking about the word rosebud and why he says rosebud, and that is his dying or whatever.
His dying words. It goes back to his childhood.
Rosebud, yeah, but let's not explain any farther. Let's make them watch it. Make them watch Citizen Kane. If you haven't watched that, by the way, it's a sad state. It's a bad thing. But I don't know how we got to that
Oh,
Now we got there.
places to go. Places I'd like to go.
Places
I'd
to
like to
go.
go to New York. New York would be good.
New York,
And
New York, New York, and Mexico.
New Mexico.
New Mexico, because
I've heard some things about it. My oldest sister told me about it. It's beautiful.
What would you do in New York, Brian?
Well, Jerry and I'd go down and just go to the deli, and then we would hang out, and David would come over, and we'd argue for about an hour and a half about meaningless crap, and then I'd go to a Broadway show.
Yeah, you gotta go watch the Rockettes or something.
Well, they have Springsteen on Broadway, and it's only $1,500 per ticket, so I can.
Yes, actually, that's a pretty darn good thing there. He's opening at Broadway in June 26th or something like that, which is pretty cool.
He's coming back. It's a return engagement. They accuse him of being a communist, but he's the worst communist ever. He's accidental capitalist. $1,500 a seat.
Right. Well, I think that $1,500 a seat. Holy shit! Pardon my French, but
if you get a legend like that, even if it was a legend you didn't like, but they're fans going to see this guy talk about his music and his life in an intimate setting, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now that the boss man is one of Brian's greatest idols. So you're welcome to purchase him a ticket and send it to him, because he would love to go. That's his dream come true. I mean, literally be a dream. It's a big ticket, but big dreams. And so I think
by the same token, if Ted Nugent did a show like that, I wouldn't mind going to that either, because I'd like to hear that guy in a more calm setting.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $5 to see Ted Nugent.
Well, you wouldn't, but I realized Ted growing up, man, he was like a pioneer in the whole crazy rocker scene.
Well, I mean, I'm familiar with the Cat Scratch Fever, and then maybe one of their songs. Honestly, he's got a bigger name.
He had he had the image similar to the guy from World's Greatest Athlete. The long.
Yeah, he did. He had the.
He was like a Tarzan.
Well, I had one of his albums back in the day, years ago, or at least one of the tapes. Ted Nugent, I can't remember what. It had Cat Scratch Fever on. I'm looking at the cassette tape right now. It had Cat Scratch Fever and something else, but other than that, I don't really think he was that big of a deal,
But for us old guys, the old guys remember.
Yeah, but I think New York would be great to go to.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to New York because it's one of those, it's a fear, actually. It's actually truthfully a fear. I'm not afraid of anything for the most part. I say that, but you could put an octopus leg in front of me and I'd probably I'd run away. I would calamari, I'd run away. I would probably, I've taken a bite of it before. I've eaten a little piece of it because I had to, But
were you in like a rich person's prison where you were forced to eat calamari?
Oh yeah, I was I was with like my son or something, I think in particular.
Yeah,
they had deep fried calamari, and yeah, if a pretty girl asks you to do something, or if your children ask you to do something, you pretty much have to do it. Speaking of which, I started this conversation with somebody last night and then did not finish it, but here's the finishing answer. We're talking about the grossest thing they had to eat. Okay, so I'll ask you the same question, Brian. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute here. Let's go over the other one here. So, but as far as places, you said New York and you said New Mexico.
Taos, New Mexico might be good. I've heard a lot about it.
I think New Mexico is a place I might move to. Actually, I've never been there, but I feel like it's just it's a peaceful, warm environment, And I doubt it's warm. I doubt it's peaceful, but it just seems like it. Maybe like the Northern Hollywood, some type of that type of setting. If you could get a pool and I don't know. I'd like to try it.
Northern Hollywood is not that good. Sorry,
yeah. But I mean, back in the day, like
back in the day, Laurel Canyon and all that.
Yeah, that type of stuff. I mean, I think the
prettiest. Are you thinking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? That's.
There you go. Yep. So I could have Bruce Lee and Brad Pitt as my neighbors or something. I'm not quite certain, but yeah, that's actually a pretty good movie, by the way.
I remember back in the 80s, a guy telling me he was moving to Studio City. And I said, well, that's a hell of a name. I like that. And that's in North Hollywood area.
Well, the
Studio City.
prettiest place I've ever seen in America myself is what's your prettiest place? Mine is Santa Barbara, California. I mean, if you could get rid of the oil machines outside about a mile off the coast right there.
Yeah.
There's oil in the water right there, which is really grosses me out. It just makes me very sad for America, for the world. But other than that, besides the oil machines pounding out there, Santa Barbara was probably the prettiest place I've ever been in the United States.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely pretty, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
The prettiest place, most beautiful place I think I've ever been was about a year ago. I went up to the creek, and it was just must have been the perfect time of year because there were these giant yellow flowers, and everything was just unbelievable. And the sun was coming through the trees. It was better than anything I ever saw, even in Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, we don't have a lot of the big flowers here, but I did see some flowers yesterday.
You get in the deep woods, you'd be surprised what's in there.
Yeah, well, I've seen some. I mean, the ones that I don't like that are so pretty are like is it Devil's Bells, Hell's Bells?
Something
like that, but they're really big. They got bells on them. They're purple and pink, and the purple ones and stuff. If you eat one of those things, you die instantly. It's like
if you boil some stinging nettle tea, apparently it's very healthy. So try that, folks. Don't eat them. Don't eat them though raw, because you'll get stung. But apparently you can boil them and make tea.
Really?
Yes, we have great resources here.
Well, speaking of resources, let's clarify that, folks. Don't just do what we ask. Look it up and find out for yourself, because
I've done it.
We are not doctors. We are not. We are nothing. We are merely mortals who have good ideas and bad ideas.
I've done it, and I know people who have. So I feel good about that one. But if you have peanut allergies, don't eat peanuts. I will give you that.
Yeah, if you have peanut allergies, don't eat peanuts. Anyways, sorry.
That's what a woman gets after 7 years of marriage.
Yes, you get the peanut allergy. I believe it. That 7-year itch, right?
Yeah. She wants to be left alone, and the guy wants to fool around.
All right. Well, that's not true.
Not in every case.
No, I think that everybody wants to. The girl wants to fool around too. Yeah, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy.
Wives I've seen out in the public just want the husband to leave them alone. Go in the garage and work on that electric engine or whatever the hell you do.
Yeah, but if you say, "Hey, I'm texting somebody else," that said, I'm in the garage texting somebody else, that's not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I was in the middle of a dinner last night with somebody, and when I was there, I get a text literally from some random phone number that said, "Hey, remember me? I'm blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Nope, don't have a clue who you are." And then a couple minutes later, they send me a text, a picture. It says, "Hey, what are you up to? Look at me," blah blah type of thing. I'm like, what in God's green earth is this person doing? I'm sure it was a scam or whatever it was. I'm not quite certain, but but it's like all of a sudden they want me to interact, and for a moment in my life I actually did. I started to comment back, and I was like, gonna make something funny, because I like to mess with people who if you call me, you have the wrong phone number, I'm going to pretty much ruin your day. Not ruin your day, but I'm going to. But I was nice about it, and this person texted me back and was like, well, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm not interested, and I said that to them because I thought it was very rude that I was doing this for a second with some with my friend right there. Not good. So
that reminds me of something happened in junior high. I had a picture of President Nixon. I put it in an envelope and had it sent over to this gal, and I got in a lot of trouble because it was apparently the first dick pic.
Oh, really? Ha.
Thank you, Tricky Dick Nixon. Thank you. That's
Tricky Dick Nick. Yep. No, absolutely.
Okay, boomer. Okay,
well,
boomer.
I remembered last night that this person had texted me again, and
Whoa.
yeah, and so it dawned on me that I have way more power than I think I do. You press it's called block. You go boom, block the number, and they can no longer talk to you. So there's that. It's just like, why even mess around with it? And that's the thing that my friend was saying. Why even play with that little devil? Because it's kind of what it is. It's one of those little things they, because you start thinking things, whatever. I understand that. I just, why mess around with it just to block it out of your life? Much easier nowadays to do that kind of stuff. But so my three places.
Go ahead. I wanted to say one more thing about the Nixon thing. Now they have these Nixon sandals. It's really weird. Nixon sandals. Have you heard of those? And then the slogan is, "I am not a crock."
Ha ha ha!
Now that's funny. Get it? Thank you.
I am not a crock.
Where would you like to go?
Well, I'd like to go back to before you started that joke and try
That's
to
a hard joke, and it worked. It's not great.
I liked it actually. It's good. I am not a crook. No.
Talking sandal.
Three places I would like to go. If I could go somewhere right now, well, even after this pandemic, but is in America that I have never been before, would be New Orleans.
Oh.
I think that'd be a super cool place to go.
Jazz
is exactly it.
Let's get some guys to come in from New Orleans. We'll let them stay here and we'll take them to see the big plants in the woods.
And the sad thing, yeah, exactly. That'd be great. You guys want to come to Northwest? We'll take care of you.
We're on the corridor. We're on the I-5, man. If you go north-south, you can hit us. We're in the corner. They can find us.
Yeah. Well, I think I-90 goes, well, they don't know that, doesn't go that south. But
yeah.
I-80, either way, it doesn't go south. But either way, I'd like to go there.
They can find us. We're in the corner.
Yeah. I'd like to go there, and as scary, not scary, but but I would like to look into the voodoo stuff down there and just check it out. Yeah, it's horrible. It's one of the things you shouldn't play with, but boy, it's really, really interesting.
Stuff freaks me out a little bit.
It does.
Not so much the voodoo, just the people that do it and the way they.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just very interesting, and the not pyramids, but the tombstones and the headstones, like the graveyards they have there, they're standing up, pretty cool. And I said pyramids because it made me think of Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage actually has spent a fortune on his burial and on his headstone. His headstone is actually a giant pyramid.
Wow.
Do you know that?
No, I just saw him on a video talking about his most iconic roles. He's a fascinating dude, man. I was really,
he is.
Wow.
He is, most definitely. But I think that let's see here. I don't know if I can actually look it up fast enough, but
well, he's interesting because music's a big factor in the way he plays roles and stuff. He's really interesting guy. I liked it.
Well, yeah, no, he's a cool cat. I mean, he's definitely a different kind of character.
Yeah.
But
but do we want just boring, normal people to be our superstars, or we want guys like that?
Right. Well, I'll tell you right here. I'm gonna share a screen with you right now. I can't, but if I could, I would show you his pyramid, his actual pyramid. Brian, can you change it so I can share the screen, maybe?
Oh, sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're picking up.
We'll grant your wish. This Grant Your Wish is brought to you by Grant's Restaurant.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Grant, if you're listening, we think that your gift certificates should be Grant a Wish. It should say right across the top. Grant's a wish. And
we don't want any compensation for that. So there you go.
No, it's a free steak dinner. I like steak bites, Grant. And we had a good dinner last night. They're fantastic food. But
did you have a steak and Caesar salad? I heard that's good.
No, I had somebody else's salad, and I had chicken fettuccine, oddly enough. I made my own the other day, but it was how much was it?
No, how was it?
How was it? It was really good. The chicken was just perfect, and that's the big thing right there with that. You can't mess up the sauce. They do
you
a really
can mess up
sauce.
Anything.
Yeah, you can. Their sauce was great, and they have mushrooms in the sauce. And I'm not a huge mushroom fan, but I'll eat them when they are prepared correctly.
Friday we went to the Backstage Cafe, and his fettuccine was perfect. He had a great.
His was actually, I will tell you, yeah, it was the best I've had in a long time.
Did something on the top. Yeah, there was some.
Well, it was the chicken. He had that had sauteed for like 2 days.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he had it. They had it so fresh. The chicken was just soft and
he
tender.
seared it a little bit too at the end.
Yeah, we did.
He hit a home run on that one.
So both Grant's and the Kelso Theater Pub has great chicken. I mean, that's a big thing. But the chicken at the Kelso Theater Pub, I'm going to tell you right now, they had. I've been there many times, and it's different each time. But the last time was they had that. I think he said he had for 2 days. He had that. And get sauteed for 2 days. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Or marinade or whatever.
Marinated, yeah, not sauteed.
The Backstage Cafe. So we should have him in our little backstage area serving fettuccine at the next show.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, we always try to have some food, but that was pretty.
That's a little much.
Pretty pathetic last week when I just.
We did okay. 7 o'clock. It's a weird time to eat. 7 o'clock. It's like, eh.
But I know people. I think that if I had to have a slice of pizza there for everybody, it'd be good. We can do that. We can hold it. Anyways, my other places I want to travel.
We're gonna have stinging nettle tea for everybody.
Right. Well, I can do dandelion tea. I got enough dandelions out my house.
We're gonna have little mud daubers. Those are tasty. Have you ever had a mud dauber?
Are you disgusting? That's me. That's disgusting. So there you go.
Well, you're asking about disgusting food. Mine would be oysters. Well,
mud daubers. I'm thinking like little lizards.
Oh no, they're little fish about this big.
Well, okay.
Try to catch them with a safety pin. It's very weird.
What?
We used to try to catch them with a safety pin on a string on a limb, a little limb.
Never heard of such a thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're hillbillies. Deliverance.
Well, that I know. I learned to catch crawdads and bullfrogs and stuff at a very young age. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Then in college, did you learn to catch other things?
Women.
I was going to say the VD from the old days.
No.
When they used to call it VD. No, that was a thing in college. It's a venereal disease. Is nothing to clap about.
Yeah, no doubt about that. No, I mean, I spent my days being an idiot, but I ran away from that. Similar to this COVID thing, you're like, oh, nope, just don't need it. Nope, don't need it. And I was saying this. In our area, at one time, we were known as the STD capital of the Washington State, if not the United States. But at that point, I must have been ugly or married. I'm not quite certain, but I was dodging bullets, so we're good. I'm just glad I was able to dodge that bullet. And I will admit, there's one thing, and I'm not gonna talk about that one. There's one thing that happened years and years ago, but. Yeah, actually, can't go there. No, this platform. But I will talk about where I was going to travel to.
Yeah,
3 places I wanted to go: New Orleans, see the voodoo and the pyramids. I'll also show you the pyramid that I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Did you share that thing for me? Yep, yes,
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I gave you
right there. Nicolas Cage. That is his tomb. The tomb of Nicolas Cage. And he spent like
wow.
Yeah, and it's that's his headstone for when he passes away. His body goes inside the pyramid. And you want to talk about the Illuminati? That's him right there. That's the guy. That's crazy, isn't it?
That's crazy, yeah.
But why not? It's beautiful. I think it's great. I mean, I don't know how long you can get out of there, but I think that's and the pyramid. The whole purpose of the size of a pyramid is that it will be the last thing, no matter what winds come back and forth, what sands go back and forth. The pyramid basically won't erode as fast as anything else. So I think that's the purpose of it. That's my guess.
Pyramid, little tiny pyramid houses might be good. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pyramid and a teepee are very similar. Even you know what I mean. It's a pyramid's an angular teepee.
Yep.
I said it. I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it. It's going to be controversial.
teepee?
That a
Why?
pyramid is a angular teepee. You know, a teepee from the Indians, the Native
Oh, I thought
Americans.
you meant from the bathroom
Well,
teepee.
no, like a teepee. How do you say it? A teepee.
You're right. I was just being facetious.
I hope Cowlitz County News doesn't get a hold of that.
Yeah, teepee. Yeah, I know. Okay, but so we want. I think I'd like to have a pyramid for a house actually, and a pyramid to be buried in. That'd be kind of cool. You know, if I only had $1 million to buy one, that'd be great. And then also,
Going
where
for
else I want?
cremation. I want to join the atmosphere, and I want to be sprinkled in the creek. If you can get me on somebody's food at a restaurant as a prank, that'd be good. A little dust.
Okay, so where else I want to go?
Oh yeah, you
when
got a New York,
available. I gotta get back to my
New
good.
Orleans.
I'm bird walking off on this, but don't mean to bird walk too
What
much.
about New Hampshire? You have any interest in New Hampshire?
Actually, oddly enough, I do, because I do believe that's where Bob Newhart was filmed,
Yeah.
and that all is kind of when the leaves are changing in the fall, yada yada, all that kind of stuff, and Maine and stuff in the whole area, isn't that?
Cape Cod and all that.
Yeah, yeah, and the Cape Cod always reminds me of Splash, the movie. So therefore, it's kind of cool. I'd like to see that sometime. I'm not really a fish fan, but or a crab fan or a lobster fan, but I would go up there for to give it a try, because shoot, you gotta learn about everything in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the third place? You got New York, New
Well, the
Orleans,
second one, Coney Island.
Coney Island. Okay, New York.
Yeah, because I want to go have a Coney dog,
Oh, there
you
you
know,
go.
and a real one. They have some here in town, by the way. Talk about foods, and in Longview they have the new dog and cone place, and that's pretty good. They've got some great little outdoor venue. There's a funny little just tables and chairs out there, but it works well. I mean, when you gotta have a place during the pandemic to go eat, you can go eat outside right there, man. It's just it was cool, and they've got great dogs. They've got Coney Island dogs, I do believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what a Coney Island dog is. I think it's just a lot of onions and.
Somebody explained it to us once. I can't remember what it was. I need to take 45 seconds. You keep
No, that's
telling
okay.
the crowd everything.
No, yeah, my biggest thing with the with Coney Island is that they have the it's like a playground basically. They have a amusement park, and I always wanted to go there to the amusement park on a beach somewhere. It's just kind of cool to go check that out. And then you know, traveling there should be pretty simple. You could go there, stay for a day or two. If you know any friends, if you have any friends over there, let us know, because I will or if you have any property over there, I'll trade you a day for a day. You stay a day here, I'll stay a day there, type of thing. And then so we have Coney Island, and we've got New Orleans, and I want to go to Devil's Tower, Montana. Is it Montana?
About Greenland. You want to go there if we buy it?
Devil's Tower, Wyoming. Is it Wyoming or Montana? Devil's Tower. Where's that at?
I'm not sure.
Devil's Tower is Wyoming. It's or Montana.
Oh, it might be Wyoming.
It's where they filmed the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Devil's Tower.
Oh wow. Yeah, that
You know what
was
I'm talking about, that big giant, what looks like a giant tree was cut off, and actually it's and I don't know, it looks like there was one tree in this world at one time, and that God planted, and then all of a sudden somebody chopped it down, and seedlings went through everywhere else.
That was a hard movie to watch as a 17-year-old. It was like a little slow and weird, but I like it now. Close Encounters.
Yeah.
At the time we came out a lot of us came out a little bored and like, what the hell? But the mashed potato thing was fun. Remember the mashed potatoes?
No, absolutely, because
that was awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's kind of a stoner movie, to believe it or not, a little bit of a stoner movie.
Why is a stoner movie? Because
just stoners doing the mashed potato thing. Later, after that, a lot of people identify with that.
Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower.
I think that's absolutely beautiful. I think that at one time it may have been a freaking one tree. They planted the world, they planted one tree, and then it's just.
It may have been the actual tower for the devil, because remember the part where the devil's tower came out of hell through the earth, and he stood on top of it. Sang James Taylor songs. You don't remember that part?
I don't remember, but I do remember, because that looks exactly like a tree. So you gotta go.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
That's a tree right there, and the bulb of it right there. Absolutely.
Could be
I
the
mean,
foot of a giant wildcat or something. Because look at it, it could be some sort of talons in there.
yeah, you never know.
We
I
need to
guess.
get on this. Forget the UFO stuff. We need to investigate this.
Yeah, it's just so old. It's beyond age. And Devil's Tower National Park in Wyoming is that's going to tell us a story there, folks.
Wild.
Yep, it is wild, and I think that
they're saying it was formed by magma. It dominates the landscape in Devil's Tower National Park, Wyoming.
and if you think that was filmed by made by liquid, you're full of baloney. Baloney.
Sheetrock compound, they said. It was all made with drywall compound.
Well, I think the mashed potatoes is probably a better idea.
Oh, I love the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes is great. Richard Pryor was Richard Pryor. Richard Dreyfuss.
Got a different movie on your hands now.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine Richard Pryor? That movie would be great.
He could probably pull it off, though. He was a hell of an
He'd
actor.
have like mashed potatoes all over his face, and maybe like trying to. That'd be a funny change of that movie. Matter of fact, they should do more movies like that. Change it just to do it.
Yeah, to throw you off.
Just to throw you off. Do a Close Encounters of the Third Times, and you have Richard Pryor playing Richard Dreyfuss. You've got who was his wife in that? Was that Shelley Duvall? No, who was it?
I'm having trouble. It could be Terry Garr. I'm not sure.
Yes, Terry Garr. Terry Garr. Absolutely. She was an odd lady.
I loved her. Yeah, she's great. I really liked her.
She always had this look about her that was kind of interesting. It was like
she was pretty and quirky, and she was in Young Frankenstein.
I would say yes. I would say that Phoebe from Friends is the new Terry Garr.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, the way she looks.
That's a good call.
Just her brain, the way her brain works. It's like, makes you think. You go, oh.
You probably have to have David Schwimmer in the role of Dreyfuss because he seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be cool if
or Joey.
Okay, here's an idea for us, folks, and I think that we want some money from this if you do take it, but you take all those characters from the Friends and you replay all movies, whatever movies they want to do, you just redo it with all the characters, and that'd be hilarious just to have having Chandler being Orson Welles and Citizen Kane,
or even Jimmy Stewart. He could probably pull off some Jimmy Stewart.
He could pull off some Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, that'd be great. And you got let's see here, what's her name? Jennifer Aniston being Moonstruck, like from Cher. That'd be kind of fun. I could see that. You know what I mean? So they're trying to do it because Cher is a way better singer, and I'm assuming, and a good actress, but she wasn't the best actress. I didn't think
get best actress for that role. I think
she may have. I did like Nicolas Cage at that time in my life. There was a certain time I liked Nicolas Cage, and then there was then not so much.
It's some of the weirdest acting. He talked about that role. It was pretty funny. He's really into like German impressionism and things. The guy's intense. He
is. But I have four older sisters. And they would have plucked his eyebrows like every day, man. It's young, because
his eyebrows.
He had these giant eyebrows back in the day. Remember when he was. Yeah, it was like maybe it was the thing in the 80s, I guess. But
when he did Raising Arizona, that was incredible. He didn't pluck those eyebrows. That was a wild show.
He didn't. And a lot of them, yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Favorite movies, yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's actually I just looked at this pen. What's your pen?
Look it up.
But Raising Arizona, that's a great one. That's a cult classic.
Oh my gosh.
Other cult classics are out there that I absolutely love. I started to press play on it the other day, but I didn't. Right when it started, The Clue, the movie, it's on YouTube, I think, for free. Clue is such a good movie. I love that. That's one of the funnest movies that you can actually watch.
Is that with Tim Curry?
Tim Curry. Well, Tim Curry's fun no matter what.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You're the world's greatest athlete right there. Well, I think, Tim Curry could be one of the world's greatest actors, actually.
There he is. Hi. His name was Hi. H-I.
Yeah, Hi. Yeah, that's right.
That's so good. H-I something McDonough or something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He was
yeah, you're right about the eyebrows.
Yeah, well, Look at his eyebrows in Moonstruck.
Oh, that kid right here. You see this kid in the picture?
Yeah.
He was at the insurrection. He was one of the leaders of a local militia. So that's cool. He's moved on.
Really?
No.
Oh, well.
There you go. That's the salad days. Remember he kept saying that? These are the
No.
salad days. That was his line. Life is good.
Life is good. He's the
That's
salad days.
hilarious. She's just funny as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that guy. Yeah. Great movie.
no, yeah, it was definitely a great movie. I think
Hi.
who's the other guy? Rip Torn? No. It is
John Goodman was in it.
no, the bad guy, the
Randall Tex Cobb.
Tex Cobb. Randall Tex Cobb, absolutely.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb. That's a Tex Cobb was his name. You're right there.
Yeah, I met him at a gym in Burbank, and then I was working there, and they said, take care of Tex Cobb, get him everything he wants. So we got him towels, we got him set up at the place and to work out and locker and all that. And he was a cool dude, man, but he was rough looking. In real life, he is. He's a scary dude.
Well, I bet he is. So you met him?
Yeah, I got to be his VIP guy. They go, he's coming to work out. I go, okay. And they said, treat him good and take him around and talk to people with him and just treat him good. Get him whatever he needs, drink, water, towels, show him different exercises. It was cool. He was the nicest guy.
Okay, so, well, oddly enough, I'm looking at this, and his eyebrows weren't too crazy then, but I see it now. I'm like, well,
his hair's pretty crazy. Who are you looking at now? Are you looking at Tex?
No, I'm not looking at anything but you guys. But I will show you that I did find Nicolas Cage is in Moonstruck, and it seems like this right here, this area right through here, he was just totally unkept and and he's
he had that fake hand and that one where he's looking at the hand.
Yeah, the fake hand. Yeah, the fake hand. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. But yeah, he's just like, I just couldn't handle the eyebrows on him at that time. It was like right here, look at that. Oh my goodness. It's like, wow, I'm not an eyebrow guy. I don't care. But I've got my eyebrows are like freaking Fred DeFazio. Told you that before.
He just seems fearless.
How are you?
He seems like a fearless guy who doesn't care if he's going to get made fun of or anything. He just does his thing.
He's done 1,000 things, and
he's crazy. I like it.
It's funny because he almost has slipped out of society's radar.
He does 28 movies a year, though, but they just go straight to video.
Yep, weird. But I am a fan. Most definitely am a fan of Nicolas Cage. I mean, when he was Johnny Cage, or not Johnny Cage, he was Johnny
Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Yeah, Johnny Blaze. I like those, but definitely kind of a cheesier movie. I think is okay, Brian. So, what is your favorite Nicolas Cage movie? Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. What is your favorite? Oh,
this is kind of weird, but
this is out to the crowd, though. So
it's called Racing. I think it's called Racing the Moon with Sean Penn. It's an old one. It's a kind of old style movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Racing the Moon with Sean Penn and Nicolas Cage. That's a pretty heavy lineup there.
I think I watched a movie a year or two ago where he was working on as an EMT and a paramedic, and on a the paramedic at the hospital or something or other, and he was 24 hours a day running ragged. It was very, very sad and very surreal, but that was a good movie. Although I will say that not national security, what's it called? National Secret? No. What was that movie? National
Treasure.
Yeah, National Treasure. Those are good movies for him. Yeah. It seems like, was there a vampire movie he did?
Vampire's Kiss. That was really weird. People freaked out. Yeah, that was something else.
He's definitely an odd duck, but
yeah, but it's great. We need that. Here he is. These are some of the videos. Nicolas Cage breaks down his most iconic characters. Check that out on YouTube. It's awesome.
His most iconic characters.
Yeah, and then down here, Ethan Hawke does the same. Whoa, that's a series on YouTube that you can actors talk about their roles. It's pretty good.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And the way they get to the play these roles and the way they create the character is very interesting.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken said he used to take a script and read it in 22 different voices, like a kid's voice,
And
old
they came out the
man.
same way every time.
Yeah, but he would try to
Buddy.
he'd get a rhythm. There's a lot of music involved in these actors. They try to get a rhythm. And John Travolta said the first thing he did is he always worked on his walk. Whoever's character is going to be is going to have a different walk. So he got to practice walking.
Well, yeah, he had to. That was kind of like this thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't tell by the way I walk my...
He's my walk. He's a woman's man, no time to talk.
No time.
Apparently, if you're a woman's man, you have no time to talk. I didn't know about that.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to this man-intelligence. On man-intelligence, I have a couple more questions here for you to answer, which is what's more important. At a movie theater, Brian, which armrest is yours?
I need the right. I need because I can. Yeah, I need the right. Right hand. I try.
Yeah,
not,
I think
I try not to sit next to anybody if I can help it.
Right. Well,
Like if I go with a buddy of mine, we got to split the seat. You got to have one in between. That's just a rule.
because that's the gay seat right there. And no, nothing's wrong with that, you know.
I like to have a seat between people anyway, but
I know.
you can put your stuff there. You need a place to put your stuff.
You do. You need a place. But they used to call that when we were younger. Now it's like, you know, and more power to everybody. I have no problem with that. That's they say that. It's like, oh, that's the friend of ours that's not here today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of funny. But you have a place to put your chair, your pop, and your soda pop. And you know, I'm the world's messiest person inside the theater because my left side doesn't feel too much, and I have a tendency to make popcorn messes anyway. And I'm like, that's, you know, I get up and I'm like, you know, and I love popcorn, so it's like I sit there and cover myself with this, you know, white fluff, and it's like by the time I get up, I'm a pretty dirty mess, you know. I don't want anybody to see me in the middle of the theater because it's not a good sight. But,
hey, we're an hour in, believe it or not.
An hour in.
Great discussion.
Well, I'll tell you mine. So I give it the left side. I get the left side for my chair because then I can control my right side.
Yeah.
So a little easier. But anyways, we are an hour in, folks. So thank you for stopping in today. And Brian, it's been a wonderful day. We're going to pound this out. And how do we pound it out? With a Rochambeau. Rochambeau. And so I think I won yesterday, right?
I can't recall.
Yesterday was Monday. I won. I had a rock. You had a scissors. And
the segment's brought to you by the city of Kelso. There you go.
And the pound hour, LB hour, that's actually known as the pound hour. So let's pound this out. You ready?
Bottom right. Go. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, look at that. You got me. We're 1-1. There we go.
Dirty hands.
This week.
All right.
You know, yeah. So Tuesday, we're even Steven right now. We're at 0. Love. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow at the pound hour. And see you later, alligators.
See you tomorrow.